Hey guys, it's Tel with Oshawa Bushcraft. I am still working on and carrying around my modded Alice pack. Like I said, I've done some mods, I've done some repairs to it. I gotta be well over 100 kilometers worth of hiking with it now. Probably pushing 150. And I was gonna give you guys an update on it. The first two things to get out of the way. A couple weeks after the last video, I found a surplus store who's willing to part an Alice pack, and they sold me a hip strap for another 10 bucks. And I figured whatever I was gonna buy to improvise one probably was gonna run me 5 or 6 anyway. So for 10 bucks, I just went ahead and bought it, and it was a big improvement. The next step, just about 2 weeks ago, I cracked this part of the frame right here. There was a knot right here, and it cracked clean across. Now I wasn't even carrying it at the time. I went canoeing for the day, and it went from my car to the canoe, and from the canoe back to the car, and I didn't even realize where we broke it. It wasn't until the next day I went to go for a hike and I found it broken. And all I had to do was go out and cut myself another stick, took the pack apart. The only real mods to this stick are like the duckbill style carving I did at the top to get it to fit up here, and 3 lashings. I probably had it fixed in about half an hour. And obviously it didn't cost me anything but a little bit of cordage. And the break was clean across at a knot, so I'm pretty much convinced it was just it was probably a crack that was already there. It was a bad piece of wood that I didn't spot. I'm convinced the design is still sound. All right, guys, I've been carrying some bigger loads in this lately. I've had it up to about 60 pounds, and I put about 15 kilometers on it in one day with that load. And I'll be honest with you guys, with just the normal Alice straps on it, I was feeling it on the way back. But I was glad to know the pack could do it, and I could do it. But I've been carrying some more stuff on it. Right here I got my BK9 strap to it. Now the factory sheath for the 9 comes with MOLLE straps on the back, but it doesn't line up, or it doesn't fit with the Alice straps on the pack. So I've just used a simple paracord lashing with, what are these called, toggles, to hold it on, and that's working just fine for me. As you can see, I got my fishing rod stuck in there. Lots of guys do that, that's nothing new. Over on this side, I have a large buck saw that I'm still working on, but I've just got it wrapped up in some nylon, and I've got it strapped on the same way. Now, if you want to come in here a little bit right here, I don't see anybody else doing this very much, but this is a simple lashing. It's just a piece of paracord with a Canadian jam knot in it. I'm through the strapping on one side, through the strapping on the other, wraps around my load. Now I left myself some extra to work with. I could fit an item in that big. It's probably 12 inches around, if not more. I've put full-size camp chairs in here. This stays on the pack. When I'm not using it, I just tuck it up inside the Alice straps. But when I am using it, all you gotta do is slide something in there. The way to figure out which your working end is pull on an end. If it doesn't move, it's not your working end. Pull them tight and tuck the excess out of the way. And that's a load secured on the side of my Alice pack. Now I could change this out and put, you know, whatever piece of gear I'm carrying today in there. I could put an axe in there. I've done it with an axe, and I've carried a lawn chair in here. Right now it's just my buck saw, but I don't know why I don't see more guys doing that. It's easy enough. All right, guys, something I've seen a lot of people doing with these is taking whatever small fixed blades they're carrying and just tucking them down behind the side pockets, and that works good for me. I usually have, other than a chopper, I usually have a Mora and either my BK2 or whatever medium-sized fixed blade I'm carrying. Leaving them in there is a good way that I grab the pack. I know they're already with the pack. I would normally take it out, put it on my belt, but it's out of the way. You can get at them when you need them, but they're definitely not going to fall out of there at all. Another thought I had, you guys probably seen in my videos, I normally carry the Pathfinder bottle, which is very close to a 32-ounce Clean Canteen wide mouth bottle. But when you put it in one of these pockets, it leaves about 1/3 of the pocket that's not being used for anything. And if you try to put anything in there, whenever you pull your bottle out to use it, you go to put it back in, it's in the way. And I don't know, it was kind of bugging me. And I had 2 of the 27-ounce Clean Canteens floating around, and I tried, and sure enough, they both do fit in there. And I don't know, guys could debate what's better, to carry 2 small bottles or 1 big one. This does actually carry more if you work out the math. But I don't know, for me, it does utilize that pouch better, and it does carry a little bit more water. With me usually having the boy with me, having 2 water bottles isn't a bad idea. So I've been doing that. I don't know, I'll see if I miss my wide mouth bottle or not, I don't know. One more project I'm still working on is I picked up a Woodland Alice butt pack at a surplus store up in Peterborough. I wanted to try and piggyback it on the top or on the back of the pack like a lot of guys do, and the idea was going to be to carry maybe nice things when you're in camp, a chair, a stove, a full-size kettle, maybe a bucket, things that I don't normally think the weight is worth carrying it on my normal pack. I don't really need those things to sustain myself, but they are nice to have around camp. So this could be just a modular pack I could add on the top when I know the weight isn't a big deal, or I'm going to really get a good use out of these items. I'm going to be there for a couple of days, and lots of guys have done this. I'm going to do a whole separate video on this pouch because I've been really impressed with it so far. So that's what I got going on so far. I got no plans of moving up to anything else. I am looking at downsizing my fishing rod to something a little more carryable, and I am going to get a more minimalist saw. I wouldn't plan on carrying this every day, but I'll keep working on it, and I'm going to keep carrying it around, and I'll keep getting back to you guys.